Hello, hello. We're going to cover news article from from Y Combinator Hacker News. We're going to cover different kind of the thing through this. Are you ready for that? Are you ready for that? Yeah. Bev FM synthesizer with HTML5. Oh, bro. Click here to hear the sound. No, it's not working with keyword. One. Whoa. iOS version only. Nice. Toggle out. Is it working? Yes. So. Oh. I don't know what does it going on. Algorithm. What kind of algorithm is it? Is it some kind of, I'm assuming, web audio API simulator? I don't know. Porting Open BSD Plus to Linux 2022, the rate of public intellectuals. What it wants said through this? Is it opening or not? Cursor is moving. My net is 0. New sign appear. Yeah, cider is not working. Big full address temple query is shared. This is private line. Access to permitted. Permitted by the owner may be withdrawn anytime. No photography. Switch off the camera phone. New sign appear to vent from temple query. The continuous and confusing of the pseudo public spaces there is to be a bestowed one again. Both cameras and phone appear to be according to new sign that crescent and strong temple query. Rare temple matters are owned by the government organizations. Good. Old Unix program running on modern computer. And in other universe, the road ahead of a post layoff. Notes on making a multiplayer doing nothing app. How deep is the brain? The solar brain hypothesis. Disappearing polymorph. Scientists discover why dozen of the enlarged elephant died. Elephant giant. Scientists discover Xbox new policy say goodbye to unofficial accessories from November. How many million of transistors are in an iPhone processor? Apple Blue Ocean. Okay. Apple Blue Ocean. Was it? Kubernetes release ingress to gateway tool for upcoming particle accelerator on the chip. His penny size. How to move your Google Photos. It's kind of a good thing. Choose your new photo location. Select the service you will use. All the cloud service listed have a free service ability to pay. Additional storage required. This is a small case of other services. Decide if you want to reduce the size of your photo beforehand. Delete any video or don't want to be. Why does it ranking so much on the page? How to move your get your all sources. Linear algebra done right. Apple is still getting patent under Steve Jobs' name. YouTube anti-ad block and uBlock origin. Space satellite reveal undiscovered Roman fact. Finding services companies via their TXT record. Alan Walker choose. Alan Walker. It's in a sub kind alone. There's some kind of subconscious thinking. I have not read it out properly. I speak it on my own. Expected visual marvel even on older GPUs. GPUs. GitHub build GitHub with GitHub. uh, learn skim. Migrating our vacant from Vercel fly. Hell. Is it also happening in this world? Unreliable. I also think that deployment are experience as well. I also encountered unexpected and unannounced downtime surprisingly often. I was excited about flyby, but ended sitting and up sticking with DigitalOcean. I have only one issue with deployment really there. When you change their world, tooling with Python application on the app platform, what responded quickly with a fix and softly after announce the change and potential issue of all customer. Fly is not like this, and the obvious I don't have the time or energy to deal with this their platform issues. I rather pay for something I can depend on. Do has been amazing that regarded and their tooling are excellent. I used to be versatile in professional context, but into user personal work, the markup is crazy. Tooling isn't appealing enough to justify the cost. This is definitely a subjective matter as opposed to reliable communication, which is objectively necessary. Versal just used me the wrong way. I am sure people here love it. At my last place, we ran into a number of issues with DD production. I don't really understand how people can trust platform like Versal fly over robust cloud for like cloud federal. I mean, Versal has a usefulness. It's not integrated with Next.js stack. It totally makes sense for a small production to save your time and money. But once you want to push a production, you have real customer and certify real this platform can you compare the big ones. I really don't understand how people trust. It's not apples to apples. So the people who have a Versal don't know anything about the deploy to every dish. That's the whole point of the Versal. Whether or not they can trust it really orthogonal, the reason where what that said, there is this layer of overall AWS. So why should we significantly less trustworthy? I haven't used Versal in production, but I have used a similar layer over AWS service. The problem wasn't to do with QNS or support, but rather than narrowing a functionality interface, which is pretty much the point and of causing frustration when you want to integrate with other stuff you are doing AWS. Uh, the people who use Versal don't know anything about how to deploy it. I have been deploying to AWS professionally for years, and I choose Versal for over the for personal project any day for a week. Life to saw to play DevOps system admin sorry without someone paying you too big. Yes, anyone who has done enough ops know for platform Versal Hero Connect 5, which let devs connect get repo. If never again I write to distribute. All that stuff is going argument. Versal is get great for pre-production eternal environment for testing CI. What the desperately want to sell your enterprise stack completely inadequate will drag into fit of a month. They just want to sign to developer version. This is what happen when you have a chain for I worked G at before the but so they have retained some engine culture and then they sold it. If they become niche, several SaaS companies are pushing for next yes and the mean SDK. They are a real customer end of the virtual. What are the use case of the edge computing like fly? Let me search about launch up near users. There any is it? My optum my monitoring vision is made similar function. Let's move to the next article. All it that has passed out in this video. But we are going to discuss calculus made easy for Sylvanus P. Thomason. Apple Watch violate patent held by Orange Kotak company at ITC fine. It's quite soul destroying. How we fell out of love with dating app. Feel out of love with dating app. Why do mainframes still exist? Poetry become water treatment device for never. Running speed. AI can categorically analyzing data of 170x faster than Linux running on Linux exploiting DNS response parsing video. What's missing with American CEO? However, the largest open database of Australian law. It's a good idea to read about it. However, the open last year, while attempting to train a large language model to solve a legal problem, I made a surprising discovery. There want an open database Australian law to train model on. But there was certainly a few free access legal database. None were truly open. At least not of sense of being able to just download their data and start training model without the fear of infringing on anyone copyright. They all had policies against web scraping. They were all either enabled to unwilling to license their content. So before I could start training an LLM on Australian legal data, I need to get any hand on the data first. At a first, my product the sounded much easier than it would be. Actually, turned out to be almost a year later. I still had to focus in this article. First step was to ask Australian government and courts mission to scrap their data for jurisdictions like North Wales, South Wales, and Queensland, which incidentally we both use same listen management system. That was relatively easy and I helpfully direct to the endpoint of their public API. For the other, however, the process was anything but simple. There was a few that imposed restriction on my access to and use of their data, and they simply don't respond to the inquiries. Perhaps most memorable context with data sources was I was told that in the end, after months of back and forth, I granted access to the lock regulation of fields of 5. Once I had permission access to the various source database, next step was to index and download their document again for those databases for public APIs with kickback. But for the other, without public API, it was toss of whether I need to lock out a few days to reserve engineer some incident technology I have never have before. The federal government data was exceptionally difficult to work with, not only because of the how slow it was, but also because it coded also made extensive use it requiring me to develop complex languages to able to navigate between search engine result pages. Another notable mention of the federal code of Australia, which although easier to index, has used to at least 3 different text encoding for various part of the website. Such search result were Unicode, judgment were mix of window. Of course, even after getting my hands on the sources document, I still need to convert them to the standard format. I choose plain text on my data because it feeding my LLM, and I would easy to convert document to or so. So as a result of converting HTML to anything that isn't HTML mindful process, especially if like me you want to reserve specific identification like break and table. I went through the Python package, finally landing in a script, an absolutely essential library for anyone who want to extract from HTML without handling formatting. Still, additional fine tuning was necessary to get it worked well. Unfortunately, mastering HTML parsing wasn't enough to be able to build a database. I need to learn about the RTF docs PPDF. RDF are easiest to load. I'll load a string for finally when the PDF I tried to PDF and PDF number and format all them that tendency or certain line. After enough experimentation with various Python libraries, processing technology, I managed to convert all the document I had collected with plain text. The resultant data set over 100k text. I then packed them document together as metadata on their nature and origin, publicly released database on Hugging Face as an open Australian league. I also GitHub reported to host my database creator, which I built in such a way that anyone else interested in open legal data can contribute their own script. As I along negotiating with other more government and court research about it. Open Australia being face. Yeah, company. It's a link, bro. Yeah, it's a link. How many is there? Yeah, 15 July. Federal is a secondary legislation. Well, how can I use this data document? All that stuff is mentioned out there. Acknowledgement. Publish author year. Okay. Is it working? Is it working? Oh, it's that website. Oh, how to scrap this data to on my website or anything to use has been disabled on the dataset. Uh, 4.59 GB. The use compatible with the future. It's like GitHub. Awesome chat GPT prompt. I just need to mark down. I don't know that I have heard about this website but don't work with that. They have dataset models. Wow, bro. It's like an combination of Kaggle and what? GitHub. Okay, 15 minutes has passed in this video. We'll see you next time.